lovers of FPL from around the world. Welcome back to FPL Focus. It's me, Livesey Lovesit, and today we are looking at match day 7, the third round player or third place playoff and the World Cup final. So, happy days. Let's have a quick look. What I'm going to do basically today is look to build a squad, or basically build a sort of blank squad of players that if we had a wild card, we would put in our team this week. And then we'll sort of like try and pick out, the ones that we can for this. What I would appreciate is if you feedback on if there's any improvement in the quality of picture. I'm trying to watch it myself at the same time to see if there is, because I've just noticed a bit of lag when I've watched a few back, so I've tried to tone a few things down. Maybe the picture's not quite so good, I'm not sure. You let me know. Feels like it's a bit darker, but that'll be very interesting. But yes, let's get straight to it because I am on the school run in around about 20 minutes. So let's have a look and see. First off, we'll have a quick look at the beginning. How's my week gone? Then we'll have a quick look and see how the league is looking, because it's very close at the top there. Very exciting on the final day. I'm probably going to do a live stream for the last sort of, I don't know, last part of the World Cup final as the points come in and find out who the winner is. So yeah, and then I'm basically gonna have a blank screen of what we've got right here, and then that will basically a brand new team, and we'll put in the players as we decide who we think are the best players to have for this game week or match day, whatever you want to call it. So there's me week so far. Now it's finished. Very happy in the end. 73 match day points. I'm happy because I brought in last minute. I brought in Konate, so I was pleased with that instead of Hakimi. So I got some extra points there, and fairly happy with. I brought Tchouaméni in, who would have been on for Rabiot, who didn't play. The one thing I'm disappointed at is that I brought Giroud in the night before, but I had personal reasons for that where I couldn't make the decision on the day, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be Martinez or Alvarez starting. So I'm a little bit gutted about that one, but hey, can't be too greedy, and quite happy with 73 points. Good news is my rank, as I was hoping this week would, because I was on the back end of the wildcard hack, has increased, and I'm now ranked at, and I think that's correct, just have a quick look at the leaderboard, I'm now ranked at 24,603, so happy with that. That's higher. I think that's the highest I've been this in the campaign completely. So yeah, very pleased. If we have a quick look at the league and see how it's looking, like I said, it's very close at the top. While my Qatar gently weeps is 2 points ahead of Rio. So I just wonder how this is going to go. Look what I can do, not far behind. I was on the last stream asking for some thoughts on different things. Can't remember what. But yeah, close behind as well. And I've got to say, I think it's between the top 3 now for this final game. Aritrava, my good friend, FPL Rover, myself in the 350s. I think it's just too much to make up 30 odd points, to be honest. But we've got our own little battle down here, all the way down to possibly 10th, who's going to finish in the 4th place, the coveted Champions League position, if you like. So yeah, very interesting stuff. I love the fact it's so close. And like I say, I think I will join, do a stream right at the very end of the World Cup final. If not the final 10 minutes, it's a bit of a watch along straight after the final whistle, just to see how it's gone. And then we can launch FPL, which I'm really looking forward to. So let's sign out of this then. Let's bear in mind, we do have £105 million to spend. I think when I sign out, it will just give me the £100 million budget. So now guys, as you can see below me right there, that's the box where your comments will come up if you put them in the top chat, and I will yeah, I want your opinions on this. If you're on the stream the other day, you will see that, you will have seen that basically we have analysed all the stats. I've got them all sort of set up here to go. France, Argentina, Croatia and Argentina. So we'll go down and look at some of the stats on FB Ref. But I think because we analysed these 4 teams the other day, then we are pretty clued up on who we want. So let's get started, shall we? So I think it's safe to say we are going to be putting in Mbappe and Messi. Let's say they are a pick already. Right, let's go back. Where's my team? No, what have I done there? Mbappe, add, Messi, add. Have I got something at the bottom of the screen here? Reset auto pick? No. Let me make that smaller. That's better. Tell you what I'll do. I'll drag this slightly wider until the box appears on the right side. There we go. That's better, isn't it? So yeah. So if you've got somebody that you think straight away is an absolute essential must-have, then please do say so now. Interestingly, I will start a poll because I want to know: do people think who do people think is going to win the World Cup? Because I think that is quite pertinent to who we're going to be choosing in our defence. So we'll look at the first game. We'll look at the odds in a minute. Who will win the final? So Argentina. France. Ask the community. There we go. You are being asked now. Put in your thoughts. My personal thoughts, right at this point in time, are Argentina are going to win this World Cup. Not by a massive load, but they're going to win. That's my thoughts. That's my feeling. I haven't looked at any odds or anything like that, so I'm interested to see what people on the stream think. Let's have a look at message there. Benaya Jonathan, how you doing? All my midfielders are from Argentina. Okay, mate. Not looking at the third place playoff. Not interested in that. Let's have a look. I think essential players, if we're looking in defence, I'm going to say Theo Hernandez. Where is he? Lucas. There's Lucas. There he is. So Theo's going in. Can't, he has got to be essential, I think, hasn't he? The way he played, scored again yesterday. Great attacking defender. And I think we have to have one from Argentina. And I think that's got to be Acuna. He's had a rest. I think he'll be starting this game. I had him in the previous game, but then he got suspended for picking up extra yellow cards. So I brought in Molina, who has scored, but I don't think that's going to be something that goes on. Hernandez and Molina for defence. Okay, so I've got Hernandez in. So we'll have this straight away in 2 minutes. I'll finish this poll very shortly on who people think are going to win out of Argentina and France. I've got 2 votes at the moment, so if you are watching, do get them in. And then the first poll I'll put up is, I'm only going to do, these are going to be short, sharp polls today because I am on the school run and I've got, 20 minutes? Okay, so it's going to be short, sharp polls. So last chance to vote now. Who do you think is going to win the final? Argentina or France? I have said Argentina. That's what I think. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending the poll. A big old 2 votes in there. So if you're watching and you're not voting, then please do. But the 2 people who have voted, and obviously I haven't voted, are saying Argentina as well. So I think if we're going to double up on any of these defences, looking at that, that's my thoughts also. I'm going to put in an extra. I'm going to put in double Argentina. Or maybe I should be actually thinking, tell you what, I'm just going to put in here, next poll, Acuna or Molina. So start a poll. So, Arge defender, very short wording, Molina, Acuna, or I tell you what, I'm going to add as another option in there is Otamendi. Managed to get an assist early on and has played every game as far as I'm aware. So which Argentinian defender should we be having? Because if we're going to double up, I think it's quite possible we'll be doubling up with the goalkeeper. So not wanting to triple up there. So I am going to put in, unless anybody says any different, based on the fact of that first vote, as an ideal team, add player, I'm going to put in Emi Martinez, or Damien, as he is now called. One keeper. Now, we still have to choose our backup keeper, and I will be doing that from the third place game. Get your votes in on these polls now for the defenders. I'll just be putting what I think. I want to know what you think. This is community based. Hope you've got a cup of tea with you. Is the picture any better? Is it lagging? Like dragging a bit? I've noticed when I've watched back a few streams, it's lagging a little bit. Yes, we'll come to that one next. I'll do that as my next poll. Jao, thanks for joining in, mate. How you doing? Good to see you back. So I'm going to end this poll now for the Argentine defenders. So if you haven't voted, 5 seconds, please do so now. Molina, Acuna or Otamendi? And if you want to share in the comments your reasons why, that would be lovely as well. That'll help me and anybody who watches this video back later on. And then I will do the Livakovic or Bruno poll, Jao. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And we are going to end this poll. And we have Molina with 100% of the 4 votes. That's interesting because I really think Acuna's a great child. But I'm going to go with the community. This isn't my team. Like I say, we're just building this. So let's take Acuna out. And put in Molina. There we go. He's in. Okay, let's do the next poll then. We're looking at Livakovic or Bruno. Thanks for asking that. Don't forget, guys, when you do your vote, if you want to put your reasons why in the chat, please do. So third place goalkeeper, because what we want to do is we don't want to have 2 keepers, basically the Argentine and the France, because we can only have 1 playing. So we need one in the third place playoff. Hopefully one of them gets a clean sheet and we choose the right one, and we don't have to worry about the final, because honestly I can't see either of them having a clean sheet in the final. I really can't. So third place goalkeeper, Bono, not quite sure how you say it. Everybody seems to say this one different. Livakovic. For me, to be honest with you, it's quite a tricky one, this. I'll share my thoughts on it. Because Morocco have looked solid defensively. Obviously, they've conceded a couple against France last night. But then they have lost some of their defenders, haven't they? They lost... Roman Saiss went off. Is it Mauri is his name? Mausri or something like that? He went off and he's been playing every single game. So I'm not so convinced they're going to be as strong, but maybe they'll be back. Maybe they'll be back for the next game. Tagliafico actually did well, so I'm not sure who is starting. No, I can see that one, mate. Fair play. Molina is a guaranteed starter, but if Acuna starts, he's better since he may get subbed early and benefit if France scores late on. Great shout that, mate. Great shout that. So this is why I'm not making my transfers now. I will be waiting until the lineups come out on Saturday to be making these choices, and on Sunday for the final. And my transfers will all be saved for that moment in time. But this is like, you know, the ideal team if they're playing, I suppose. And then we'll look at for alternatives just beforehand if we need to. So third place goalkeeper. Oh, I thought I've sent it. I've just clicked that option. Sorry. It's that. So ask the community. Get voting on the goalkeeper. I think if I'm going to vote right now, I'm going to go with Bruno. I don't think I can vote, but my choice, I think, would be Bruno. Let's see what you guys think. Please don't be influenced by me. I'm just interested to see, you know, if they compare. And I don't like saying afterwards, oh, that's what I thought. Thanks for getting involved, AD. Or Addy, not quite sure how you say that. Oh, interesting already, this vote. Split down the middle already. Which goalkeeper should we have for the third place playoff? Should we have a look at some of the stats quickly? Argentina. Sorry, no, Croatia. In fact, actually, let's do a player comparison. So, Livakovic. Dominic, I'm assuming that's his first name. Goalkeeper, yes. And what's his... Bruno. Will he be Bruno or Bono on this? I'm assuming it's this guy, Yassine Bruno. I don't know all their first name. Goalkeeper. Right, edit stats. Let's have a look at the goalkeeper one. Let's put some of these in. Save percentage. Penalty saves are really important for our goalkeepers, aren't they? Penalties faced. Let's have a look at this. Shots on target faced. We'll have a look at the total of that. Anything else we need? I think that's enough really, isn't it? Let's have a look and see what it says here then. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Because we can. Right, the Copa del Rey hasn't started yet. Where's the World Cup? Why isn't the World Cup there? Is this it's not a different goalkeeper, is it? Plays for Sevilla. Why can't I see the World Cup there? They haven't taken the World Cup out, have they? Well, that's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Let's look and see how he's done. Is it? Ah, there you go. That's why I need to change the team. What a divvy. Sorry. Well, Livakovic has the better stats straight away because his are all green. Bruno, he was rested for a game, was he? He's played 5 games, so he's played more, but I'm not worried about that. Save percentage, 80% for Livakovic. Okay. 62.5 for Morocco. Morocco haven't conceded any penalties, whereas they have here in Croatia. Didn't save it though. Look at this, shots on target faced in the whole World Cup. Morocco have only had 8. That's a bit mental, isn't it? Croatia have had 29. Should we have a look at their... No, I haven't got time. I was going to say I'll have a quick look at their attacking stats. Right, going to end this poll on the goalkeepers. What do people think? People are saying Bruno for Morocco, and that is what I thought, as you remember at the beginning. So he's going in. B-O-U-N-O. There he is, Yassine Bruno. Add. And he's in 40.5% of teams. Not cent, percent. So we're getting there. Right. Midfield. We'll come to our third striker shortly. No, let's do the third striker. Let's complete up front. Start a poll. Right, so, third striker. The options are, for me, Nasri. For Morocco. We've already said that we think Bruno's got a better chance of a clean sheet. So, with that in mind, yeah, I think if we're going in that game, we're going all out Morocco. Are we? I don't know. Don't know yet. Anyway, Nasri and Alvarez. Or Giroud. Or I'm going to add a cheeky differential option in there because he's bossing the games and he's definitely going to be playing and playing the whole game. And I think he's due a goal. Antoine Griezmann. There we go. Third striker. Get your votes in there now. I don't have a favourite choice. Every time I think of each one has got points to argue for. So I'll argue them out. Nasri drew a goal. Looked fantastic early on in the competition. Hasn't looked quite so hot towards the end of it. But Morocco, I think, will be absolutely pulling out all the stops to get this third place. You know, they're record breakers for Africa already, and they'll want to go that one step further. Alvarez absolutely smashed it, and he's got the GOAT behind him, hasn't he, feeding him the ball, as we saw the other day. If you didn't have him, you regretted it, and I certainly did, because I had Giroud because of his XG, etc., the way he'd been playing beforehand, and then he got subbed in the 62nd minute. But he's had a rest, which brings me on to Giroud. He's had a rest, and I think up against Argentina, the defence, I think he will do, or possibly do quite well. Martinez is quite small. Otamendi's not the biggest either, so I think the crosses that France were putting in, as we've seen, the crossing accuracy is really high. I think there'll be quite a lot of that in this game, and they will be looking for him. So Giroud's a big shout for me as well. And then Griezmann, I think he'll get, if he's anyone's going to get an assist at this moment, it's him, Mbappe. You know, he's involved in everything. He's like the link up between midfield and the forward line. And we all know we can score goals, so I think he's a really good shout as well. So get your votes in now, because I'm going to end this one, because we've still got to sort out midfield and defence. And I've got about 10 minutes. So I'm going to count down 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End the poll. Don't forget, if you want to share your reasons for the poll, who you voted for, that would be really helpful for anybody who's watching back later on, me included. Now, it's been 2 votes in this one, so it's not the biggest sample size. Alvarez gets the most, so I'm going to put him in. This is our team. If you've just joined the stream, this is just a blank team. I'm writing in our there. A blank page that we can basically build a team of the most desirable players for this final match day. And well done if you've stuck with it. I mean, he's a bargain at 6.5, isn't he? There's just not much money there's not many players to spend your money on, is there? To be honest with you. So we've got our forward line, we've got our goalkeepers, we've got one defender each from Argentina and France. Do we want a second Argentina defender? Or do we want to go and attack Morocco and take their defenders? I think maybe one Morocco, one Croatia would be my thought. I'm going to do that. Let me know if you think I'm any different. And by doing it, I'm not going to mess about. I'm going to put in the favourites, I think, who they would be. So Hakimi goes straight in. I think that's without a doubt. Sace has been in some teams, but not in others. Let's have a look and see. I'd say Sosa possibly over Juranovic. No, Juranovic slightly higher owned. Cost a bit more money. I had him in my team, but what do you guys think? Juranovic or Sosa? Quick poll. Croat. Defender. Or should we be double up on one of these teams in the playoffs? So Sosa or Juranovic. Can't get the little accent above your name. Add option. What do you guys think? I've had both in my team over the course. I've kicked that add option button again. Stop doing that. It's because for some reason the screen is just below the bottom of my page. There we go. Ask your community. Which Croatian defender should we go for? I mean, if you think I've got Hakimi wrong, please tell me in the comments. Please do tell me. Interestingly, the polls don't show up in the chat, do they? Here, whereas they do show up in the chat on the screen. That's interesting. I wonder why. Maybe I need to take and change that slightly. Now, has the video been lagging? Do let me know. I've tried to take some things down, dumb it down slightly in terms of the way it's working, just to improve the experience for you guys. Get your votes in now. Which defender? Oh, I need some more votes because we're split down the middle. Need some more votes. Please do vote. Sosa or Juranovic? Go with your gut. Thank you. People starting voting. Lovely. Sosa or Juranovic? We've got the money. There's no big, massive, expensive midfielders to bring in, is there? Ah, lovely. Jow, what say? I'm really unsure between taking out Griezmann for Alvarez or wait to see if Di Maria is starting and taking out Rabiot? What are your thoughts? I have just one transfer left. Wow, well, first of all, save it till the lineup comes out. Don't use it now. That's the first thing I'd say. Because anything could happen in the next few days in training. Let's have a look. Griezmann for Alvarez. I mean, there's a good chance Rabiot could be back. I think, was it a cold he had? So I don't think he's ruled out for this game. There's my alarm for the school run. I think, I touched on it earlier. I think Griezmann, he's in the thick of everything for France. And the problem is, when you go back to, I think Argentina are going to win this, which means they're going to score more goals, which means France are going to score less, I suppose, which is my thoughts, and just my thoughts only. I'm not even sure Di Maria gets a start, to be honest with you, the way he played earlier on in the World Cup. I'd definitely keep Rabiot in. No, I think Alvarez and Rabiot, I think that's a good shout, mate. I think they're a good shout. I think the crosses will be coming in from France. You know, they've got slightly smaller defenders at the back of Argentina, haven't they? So Rabiot will be a good shout. Yeah, AD, I don't think he's going to start, even if he's fit, to be honest with you. So I wouldn't hang on that, but maybe wait for the lineup to see, because if he does start and plays how he can play, although we haven't seen it at the World Cup, then he could be a great asset. And I think he'll be a differential as well, you know, if you're just trying to get ahead at the end of the league. So I think the thing is, you have to wait for kickoff for that one. And I will be streaming before the kickoffs if everything's going all right in the household. Yeah, that's the plan. Right, get your last votes in now. Sosa or Juranovic. I'm going to end this poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End poll. Right, we've got a 50-50 on 4 votes. So again, not the biggest sample size, but a little bit bigger. I'm going to go for Juranovic based on the fact he's a little bit more expensive, slightly higher owned. And I think he is playing slightly higher up the pitch. Although Sosa might be quite good because he might be taken off and it might be in the bag as well. If we need any money, we know we can get 1.5 million from there anyway. So that's not a big worry for me. Right. Now we're looking at the midfield. No, one more defender. So we've doubled up on Argentina already. Are we going to triple up on Argentina? Or are we going to bring in an extra defender from Morocco or Juranovic? Who wins in that? Morocco, Juranovic. Morocco and Croatia. See, I'm thinking Morocco, but let's see what you guys think. Who wins? Morocco, Croatia. Ask your community. Get your votes in. I shall just get up the odds and see how it's looking in terms of the odds for this. Odds checker. Have I got it saved? I think I have. World Cup betting odds. If he starts, he's a must-add. I think so. I think he'll be a good differential, won't he, mate? So, Croatia at 17-12. And then Morocco at 41-20. Can't they just go 2-1? So, Croatia are actually the favourites in this. That's interesting. Couldn't be much closer here, could it? That'll be what, 26-14 or 23-12. So it can't be split, this one. Pretty much. Can't even figure out in my head who is the favourites. 26-14. They're pretty much like tied. Just, you know, like France and England were. So it's down to your own personal thought, I think. So get your votes in. Who wins, Morocco or Croatia? Because we are building the team. I see a few people have joined in. Thanks very much. We're building this team here. This isn't my team, just to see who people are preferring, along with some of my thoughts. We're doing a load of polls to see who to bring in. So based on this poll here will be whether I bring in a 5th defender from Morocco or Croatia. Who are we going to go for? Get your votes in now. Going to end this because I've got the school run. I've got to go in 5. Keep saying that. I have to be at the door by 3:15 p.m. and it's 10 to now and I've got to drive there. So I've got 10, 12 minutes away. So, right, I'm ending the poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End the poll. And it's come up with Croatia 66% of the votes. Morocco 33%. That's only on 3 votes. So it's not the biggest sample size. So I'm going to put in, based on that, I'm going to put in Sosa. That debate wasn't needed. He's in. So now it's about 5 midfield players. We've got 37.5 million plus 5 million, 42.5 million. We can have any players we want in this midfield. Okay, people thinking Croatia are going to win. So I think with that in mind, we want some players. And I think this could be the game where there's more goals, to be honest with you, than the France-Argentina. With that in mind, I'm not going to mess about here. But tell me if you think I'm wrong. I'm going to put in Perisic. I'm going to put in Modric. I think these are top of everybody's sort of like list. And I'm going to put in Ziyech. Because I don't think anybody's going to go against any of those. If we look at the selected midfielders, let's have a look who's the most selected. There you go. Ziyech is right up there. Enzo Fernandez coming in at 22.5%. Wow. No, that's not everybody. What's going on here? It's not crashing on me, is it? Seems to be. Let's go back to all. Are they literally the only midfielders? Ah, this is a player I want in my team. Hey, Ozzy, welcome back, mate. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Just putting together a team here for people to sort of like pick at. Got some debates. I do have to go shortly, though. I've got the school run. This is a player I like the look of. Are these the only midfielders we've got to choose from? Where's Di Maria? What's going on? Just going to go back to this one. So there's way more midfielders down. There's not that many. There's only 4 clubs left in it. Oh, I've made it fully big now. I didn't mean to do that. What's going on? There's someone down here I can't actually get. Anyway. So, the player I do like the look of is this guy here, Unahi. If that's how you say it. I think he had 4 shots last night. So, for me, he's a shoo-in. Looked lovely. Interestingly, I haven't got any France or Argentina in my midfield. It's probably not going to stay like that, is it? See, where's Rabiot? He's a midfielder. There he is. What's that? 3 million left and 5 million in the bank. That's £8 million to go. Well, we have had a vote on that, Ozzy, about the third forward from Croatia or Morocco. Well, we had a vote on the third striker. I put in Alvarez, Nasri, Giroud, or I put in Griezmann. I didn't put anybody from Croatia. Can't remember what his name is. Something-ovich. Forwards. What's his name? Kramaric, that's it. And basically it came out and it was only 2 votes at the time, to be fair. Those people voted for Alvarez. But I think Nasri could be a shout. Possibly. They've just not been prolific, have they? And I think Argentina are going to win the World Cup. So I think Messi feeding Alvarez, I just think it's... I think Alvarez is the one to be. Alvarez or Giroud, I think, have got to be the third forward. But I think in midfield, there's money to be made there, or points to be had from the third place playoff. As you can see, the team I've got here. I think if I was going to lose anybody, I would probably lose Modric from this team. Could well be rested. And I'd quite like an Argentine midfielder, to be honest with you. I've had McAllister. Oh, I'm really disappointed that shot he had at the end of the last game. Enzo Fernandez, possibly. Who's everybody else buying? Oh, was an interesting one. Ziyech, Modric, Rabiot, McAllister. Almost scored in the last game. So maybe I'd remove Modric for McAllister. And that would be my team, I think. If I could do anything I wanted, might work towards. Wouldn't be my start. Obviously, I'd start with these Croatian and Moroccan goalkeeper. And see how it goes. I'd have double of each, 2 of each, and drop out anybody that didn't do well and bring in the rest and keep the best performing one out of those 4. If they don't get clean sheets, I pair them with Molina and Hernandez. That one player, and Martinez in goal. But yeah, that's the team. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Give us a second, and then I will be leaving you. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so on your way out. I will do a team selection video. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a team selecting stream and then a very short video just going, these are my players, without all this sort of like research behind it. Although there hasn't been much today. A lot of it's been from memory because we did this 2 days ago, didn't we, for the very same players, although the games are different this time. That's it then. Thanks very much.